In this video, I'm letting Alex choose what I read, and letting your bestie pick what you read is just a little nerve-wracking. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure you guys subscribe because there's new videos 3 days a week, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I hope you guys enjoy the last day of Bookmas. If you guys are new here, welcome. And if you're not, welcome back. I am getting ready to look at a video that Alex sent me because my friend Alex is gonna be picking what I read for today. I'm nervous because she reads like spicy books, dark romance, like very different than what I read. I usually read like fluffy books, books that are just more like, I don't know, easy, fun, I don't know, just the vibe. So I'm going to look at this little video and see what she said. All right, let's watch this video together and see what it says.
Hello, beautiful people. Okay. So the first book that I'm making Shaughnessy read is Twisted Love. You don't have a choice. I need you to get into the toxicity.
How did I know that this would be the book?
I need you to get into the love. So yes, I can't wait to hear what you think about it. The first book in the Twisted series, Twisted Love.
Oh my gosh, I just knew that was gonna be the book. She's talked so highly of this series and it's been sitting on my shelf forever. I think partially because sometimes I think that book talk books are like overhyped, and not that they're not good, that just, I don't know, I feel like a lot of them don't hit for me. But she has loved the series, and I think Twisted Games, which is the second book in the series, is a 5-star book for her. So we're gonna read that today. I'm actually going to like a little juice place with my friend Taylor, so we'll probably like read after that. I'm thinking about maybe going to the library, which is something that I told you guys I want to do more of, and like read there and just use it as like a nice third space, or like a coffee shop, or just somewhere that I can like get into the cozy mood of reading. So let's head out and go read for a bit. This is the book. I've been sitting this literally on my shelf for so long. It's been sitting right in that corner. Of course, it's the last day of Bookmas that I'm reading this book. I'm a little nervous because it just is supposed to be, I think, like a toxic romance, but we'll see, because I do love Magnolia Parks. I am 9 pages in, and I can already tell this is going to be spicy. Literally on the 9th page, they're already like showing a little bit of spice, which we'll see if I like it. How many did you get?
4. And I got this one, You're Glowing. So I hope it makes my skin look nice.
I just got done at Wealthy Juice with Taylor, and we were talking about Magnolia Parks pretty much the entire time that we were there. And it's because I told her that she needed to start it, and
past
she did.
This light. Then at the next one, turn left.
Y'all, tell me why I still need to use a GPS in my own hometown that I grew up in. Like, don't ask me why. Like, I literally, don't ask me why. I grew up in this town and I still have to use a GPS to get some places. We are going somewhere that you guys are gonna love. Once we get there, you will know where we're going. But we were talking about Magnolia Parks while we were in there, and she was like, I don't like BJ. And I was like, you know what? Most people don't. Like, most people really do not like him, and that's okay. You don't have to like him, because I love him. I love him. I like, you know, want him to be with Magnolia. Like, that's fine. But there are a lot of people who don't like him and they want her to be with someone else. And I was like, I'm not gonna spoil it and say who they like want her to be with, but they do. So you're not the only one. I will say that you guys should go over and watch Alex's video, because I told her to read this book in that video. So her video is going to be about her reading Magnolia Park. Oh, I know that I've been reading too many romances. I literally had to come to the thriller section because I was walking into Barnes, and when I was walking in, like, a guy opened the door for me, and I'm literally thinking like he's in love with me, which is like actually not the case. It's definitely not, just like being a very nice person who's opened the door for me. But that's where my head goes. So I am now in the thriller section. It is a Saturday, by the way, so it's like super busy, but I'm in the thriller section because I need to stop being delusional. Like, I've read too many romance books, like, so I decided to walk over here and see what I could find. I came in here specifically for Cherie Lapina's books because she has really great thrillers, and I feel like I bought this a long time ago, but I cannot find it anywhere. I will say that I did look in my yellow section, and I have a very good memory, like, of the things that I bought, and I looked in my yellow section because I thought that this part was yellow. It's actually orange, so maybe I'll go back home and like double check to make sure that I don't have that one. And I also just ordered this one online. I've read this one, and then I've read another one by this author, but I kind of want to read all of her backlist because her books are really good. I don't know if I'm the only one who's like this, but when I go to the bookstore, I literally will like seek out the books that I own but have not read yet. I don't know why I do that. Like, I literally am not here for the books that I own. I'm here for something new, even though I don't need to really get anything. I love the vibes here. I have one book so far, but I actually came for a book in the romance section, but it is so busy over there. So honestly, I'm like branching out just a tad, which I'm not mad about, because I kind of do want to start reading like a little more fiction this year. I have really been obsessed with Taylor Jenkins Reid's writing. I've read like 5 of her books, but I haven't really picked up anything new in the fiction section because I get nervous that I'm not gonna like it. So comment below any of your fiction recommendations, because I do want to read a little bit more fiction in the new year. I had no idea that One Summer in Savannah is in paperback now, because I have it in hardback, but this would actually be so much easier to read than the hardback version, just because it's like so floppy. I made it to the romance section, and the first thing that caught my eye is that there are new covers for this series, which these are so much cuter, I think, than these, like with people's faces on them. Like, this makes me automatically want to read these just because they're really cute. I actually came in here. Whoa, I'm literally about to fall. I came in here for the books in the Twisted series because that's what I'm reading. I own Twisted Games, and I was thinking maybe I would get Twisted Hate, but y'all, this book is so thick. Like, I need Alex to read this first to tell me if this is any good, because you guys know this is a little bit more like spicy than what I read. I don't really read anything with like a ton of spice. I did see that book that Christy recommended in like the video when I was like shopping with Alex the last time. So I'm gonna go over there and show you guys that. I saw it over here. There's literally one left, and I was thinking about getting it, but I'm pretty sure that he like kidnaps her, I think. I can't really tell. I was just like reading a little bit. But I think he like kidnaps her or something and like is keeping her prisoner. So I was like, this is like more Alex's vibe, which is probably why she recommended it to her and not me.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know. I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes.
Now that I'm home, I want to give you guys a little update of the books that I got at the bookstore, and then I also want to give you guys a book update of Twisted Love so far and how I'm feeling. So I ended up getting 4 books at the bookstore. It was packed, like literally so packed. I will say that the Barnes membership has actually like given me so much of a discount, like way more than I thought that it would. So if you're like on the fence and you buy a lot of books from Barnes, definitely get like the membership. I feel like it's definitely worth it. I'm always like in there and they're like, oh, you have $10, oh, you have $5 to use. So I'm like, cool. So if I'm gonna buy the books anyway, I might as well get a discount, you know? So the books that I got, I'm gonna show you guys the thriller first, and then I'll show you guys the romances. I ended up getting the book Not a Happy Family by Cherie Lapina. I still haven't checked to see if I own the other book or not. I want to double check. I feel like I don't, but maybe I do. I don't know. I just feel like I've seen that book around a lot. And I've thought about buying it. Part of me thinks maybe I do. I don't know. Either way, I feel like I have a good memory of the books that I do own and the books that I have. So I feel like I have it. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Anyway, this book says, in this family, everyone is keeping secrets, even the dead. Brecken Hill in upstate New York is an expensive place to live. You have to be rich to have a house there. And Fred and Sheila Meriton certainly are rich. But even all their money can't protect them when a killer comes to call. The Mertons are brutally murdered the night after an Easter dinner with their 3 adult kids, who, of course, are devastated. Or are they? They each stand to inherit millions. They were never a happy family thanks to their vindictive father and neglectful mother, but perhaps one of the siblings is more disturbed than anyone knew. Did someone snap after that dreadful evening, or did another person appear later that night with the worst of intentions? That must be what happened. After all, if one of the family were capable of something as gruesome as this, you'd know. And I've read 3 books by this author and love the thrillers. They're usually really fast paced. Nothing like crazy, like the plots aren't wild or anything, but I really enjoy the books. I also got Be Mine Forever by Kennedy Ryan. This is part of the Bennett series, and this is the 3rd book in the series, and they just were re-released with new covers. I own the other 2. Haven't read them yet, but you guys know I have an obsession with Kennedy Ryan's books, so I want to read them all. This one says, can a secret crush become the love of a lifetime? Jo Walsh has loved Cameron Mitchell for as long as she can remember. Whether front and center in her life or on the periphery, the tall, brooding artist has made his presence seductively and irresistibly known. But whenever they start to get close, Cam pulls away. Joe's tired of keeping her feelings in a box that Cam is afraid to open. If he wants her, he'll have to prove it. And if he doesn't, Joe will need to know the real reason why. How do you walk away from your soulmate? Cam wishes he knew. No matter how far he runs from Joe, he can't resist looking back at the silver eyes that seem to see right through him. But as well as Joe thinks she understands Cam, the dark truth about his past is something she shouldn't have to handle. Cam's sure that setting Joe free is the right thing to do. Too bad his heart has other ideas. This looks really good. And then I asked one of you guys what Mariana Zapata book I should get for my first one, and you guys said I should read The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. I've gotten like mixed reviews. Some people have said Colty and some people have said The Wall of Winnipeg and Me. So I picked this one up because I do like a slow burn. I realized that about myself. I also like books that aren't slow burns, but some people just genuinely don't like slow burns because most of the book, the characters are not actually together. They get together kind of like right at the end, and I don't mind that. I actually enjoy it. So at least I think I do. I haven't read a slow burn like Mariana Zapata's slow burn, so maybe I won't like it. We'll see. But this says, Vanessa refuses to feel bad for quitting. She knows she's doing the right thing. The thankless job of a personal assistant to the top defense end in the National Football Organization was always supposed to be temporary. She has plans for her life, and none of them include washing extra large underwear one more day for a man who could never find it in him to tell her good morning, congratulate her on a job well done, or wish her a happy birthday, even when she was spending it working for him. The legendary Wall of Winnipeg may be adored by thousands, but after 2 years, Van has had enough. So when Aiden Graves shows up at her door begging her to come back, she's beyond shocked. Mr. Walled-off emotions is actually letting his guard down for once, and she's even more dumbstruck when he explains that her job description is about to become even more outrageous, something that takes the personal and personal assistant to a whole new level. What do you say to the man who is used to getting everything he wants? I'm ready. I'm ready for it. The last book I got is a book I haven't seen anyone read, which I actually have a goal this coming year to read more books that aren't talked about on BookTube, like with low reviews and just are like new books. And I just think that would be fun just to kind of go in blind without like people saying whether it's good or not good. And this book is called Friends Don't Fall in Love by Erin Hahn. I'll link all these books below if you guys want to pick them up. And this says, Lorelai Jones had it all, a thriving country music career and a superstar fiance. Then she played one teeny tiny protest song at a concert and ruined her entire future, including her impending celebrity marriage. But 5 years later, she refuses to be done with her dreams and calls up the one person who stuck by her, a dear friend and her former fiance's co-writer and bandmate, Craig. Craig Bozeman held a torch for Lorelai for years, but even he knows the backup bass player never gets the girl. Things are different now, though. Craig owns an indie record label, and his songwriting career is taking off. If he can confront his past and embrace his gifts, he might just be able to help Lorelai earn the comeback she deserves, and maybe win her heart in the process. But when the two reunite to rebuild her career and finally scratch that itch that's been building between them for years, Lorelai realizes a lot of what friends don't do. For one, friends don't have scratch that itch sex. They also don't almost kiss on a street corner, publish secret erotica poetry about each other, have countertop sex, write songs for each other, have no strings, motorcycle sex, or go on dates. And they sure as heck don't fall in love, right? I mean, that's all I need to know. This sounds cute. The cover looks just so perfect. I don't know. I need to get the summer vibes because it's been so like gloomy here. So I feel like this will be great for me to get into like the happy, fun vibe. I was right. I do have The End of Her by Cherie Lapina. So I'm glad that I didn't end up buying this one. One thing that's hard about having color coordinated books is that you have to know the color of the spine. And I thought that it was yellow, so I was looking in the yellow section, but it's actually orange. So I was looking in the wrong section, but I do have this one. So now I want to read this and the other one. I'm so glad that I have both because I just love her book so much. I'm on page 65. This book is really good so far. I didn't think that I would like it because I just felt like it would be a lot of spice. I thought it would be like overhyped. Granted, I'm only 65 pages in, but I can usually tell. Like, I have a good gauge by like what books I'll like and not like. I feel like I already know what I'm gonna rate this book. Like, it's good. Like, it's really good. I will say the only thing that I think would knock the rating just like a bit is if there's like too much spice, but there hasn't been like really any spice. Like, there's been like a little bit of just like a sexual like reference at the beginning, which is fine. Like, and you guys know I don't dislike spice, so like if there's spicy scenes, like I'm fine with that as long as it's not like every page. Like, I read Icebreaker in the first half, loved it. So good. Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. So good. And then the last half was like all spice. And it was just such like a stark difference from how the book was to begin with. And so it just felt like weird. So I'm hoping that this book doesn't like get like that. But I'm at a part where I don't want to like give any spoilers in this video, but I'm at a part that is like a little subplot of the book. They have this like challenge thing going on, and I love books that have subplots of like something else happening because I feel like it keeps me super invested. And I think that like there aren't as many adult books that have like little subplots going on. A lot of like young adult books do, because there'll be like a romance and then they'll be like, we gotta save the school or save like, you know, whatever. And adult books, they just like solely focus on the romance usually. And I love when they had like little like side plots and things. So you also are getting a really nice balance of then and now. So I'm getting to see like the past, but you know that both like main characters kind of have like I don't know, a really troubled past. So I'm really intrigued to like see more of that part. But I like this. Like, I'm so surprised. Like, I think I thought going into this I would be like, this wouldn't be for me. But I like it. And some people say that this book is a dark romance, but then people who read true dark romance, they say that this book isn't a dark romance. So I'll be interested to see how dark this gets, like, or if it gets dark at all. Yeah, I like it so far. I just got to chapter 10, page 79, and I love a like nightmare night terrors trope. I love whenever like the guy is like the protector and he's like, I'm gonna save you, like wakes her up and he's like, is everything okay? That did not happen in this book, but I'm hoping that it actually does happen because it kind of like alluded to it. Alluded to it a little bit, and then I was like, oh, I for sure know that this is gonna happen in chapter 9, and it didn't happen like that, but it could still happen later in the book. And I don't know what you guys' favorite like micro tropes are, but that is definitely one of mine. Another one of mine that I like, that's like a good micro trope is when a guy's like, who did this to you? And he's like, I will literally like kill whoever or like hurt whoever did something to you. That trope is just like, or whenever a guy gives like a monologue, like a long love monologue, I just love that. Comment below anything that you guys like that's like a micro trope or just like something you enjoy in a romance book that just like gets you just so excited for it. Those are a few of mine. We've just gotten introduced to Reese, I think that's his name, and I definitely want to read Twisted Games. The fact that Alex, I think she rated this book 4 stars and rated Twisted Games 5 stars, I can see how you would rate like the second book higher because you're going to be so much more invested in the characters. I also have heard that you don't have to read these books in order, but like I feel like you definitely do. Like, I feel like hearing about like the friend group and stuff is what makes you like probably like the story even more. I will say I'm really enjoying this book. I'm at page 179, well technically 178, chapter 26. And what's interesting is like I just got done with like the sex part and oh my god, guys, the whole time I was just like my mouth was like open because the way that they talk to each other is like just, it's a little cringe. It's a little cringe, I'll say that. I don't even know how to explain it. Like I'm trying to find this part that I was like, yeah. On page 159 it says, suck that like a good little whore. Oh my god, I was literally getting like, my face was getting warm while I was reading this in the living room. I'm like, you guys know I don't really read like, I mean I'll read spice, but usually it's like intimate, like, you know, in Love and Other Words, and it's like they have those like passionate, like that kind of stuff, and this is like, I mean, it's passionate. It's passionate, but it's a different kind of passionate. Also there's another part, where was it? What did he say? He said something and I was just like, what is going on? Honestly, reading all of this, like the sex scenes and stuff wasn't as, I mean, it was spicy for sure, but like, I think it was more cringe than anything. It wasn't really like anything that would make me be like, I don't know. It was more cringe than anything, I'll say that. I'm trying to find this one part. He said something that I was just like, what? Why is he talking to her like this? Like, some of the stuff in this book, I will say, like, it kind of feels like it's a soap opera. Like, just some of the stuff in like the sex parts is like, what? I don't even know where this part is, but I was just like, yeah. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I'm like, do people talk like this in the bedroom? Like, he said, Sunshine, this is a 12-course meal and we're just getting started. Why am I cringing? Why am I cringing? And then he said, I can't even read these. He said, why? I'm literally an adult. I can read these. Oh my god. He said, you're so wet, my beautiful little whore. Oh gosh, guys. I can't. Maybe this is why like, there's a certain spice that I just am like, it's a little cringe, you know, but it still is entertaining. But again, I'm on 178 and I'm enjoying it so far. I can again see why, like, someone would definitely rate this even higher if you get to the other books. So I kind of wish that I had bought the other books in the bookstore. That's actually what I went in for, was to buy the next book in the series, but I decided against it because I was like, well, the books are so long. I do own Twisted Games. I bought that in a recent bookstore vlog where I went to like an independent bookstore, but I didn't buy the other ones because I was like, well, what if I don't like Twisted Games? But I feel like I'll like this series. One thing about this book is it's so fast paced. Like there's a lot going on, and so you finish it and like get through it pretty fast. Like I started this book today and I will be ending it today. And I started it like this afternoon. So it's not even like I've had like a full day. So yeah, enjoying it so far. I'm gonna read some more, probably either in bed or in the living room, not really sure. I think we need some ice cream. I feel like I need to like take another shower and wash myself clean from all the like cringy things that I said in this book. Just in the sex scenes. The other stuff isn't cringy, but just like the sex part is like cringy, but I'm really enjoying it. I read a part, where was it? This is why I need to like give you guys updates while I'm reading, but sometimes I feel like if I stop and give you an update, I'll get out of the zone. You know what I mean? Like when you're in the zone and reading, you're just in the flow. Like I don't even know how to explain it. You're just like, you're in it. And I actually read this article once that said like if you stop what you're doing like at work and look at your phone, it actually takes you 20 minutes to actually reset and get back to like that flow again. So if you're constantly starting and stopping, it's hard to like get back into that same headspace. And I'm assuming it's probably the same with like reading and not just like in work. But yeah, so there's another part that I wanted to read. I literally got giddy when I read it, and that's when I know that I'm like starting to like really enjoy a book, is like when I get giddy whenever I read something. And oh my god, another part that was cringy. He's like, get up, you're about to find out what happens when you invite yourself into the lion's den. Rawr. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's just funny to me. But where was that part that I really liked? Oh my gosh, I can't even find it. So there's a part that pretty much, and I don't want to spoil anything. Where is this part? Oh, I literally got giddy when I read it. Oh, I can't find it. I literally can't find it. This is why people annotate books, because it's easier to find stuff. Oh, okay, so there is, and I love how this book has like so many different, I found the quote by the way. I love how this book has so many different like things going on. Like they had the little challenge, he has like these rules for like who he will or won't be with, like, so there's all these different like things that are a part of the book that I think make the book special in comparison to like other books. And there's these rules that he has, and I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not gonna like say exactly what he says, but there's a part on, gosh, why did I close the book? I just am getting too excited. The end of 161, literally the last sentence of 161, where you can tell that his heart is starting to open up, and I literally read it and I squealed. I was like, ah! I just started kicking my feet, and I just was like, okay, all right, okay, I see why people like this book. It's cute, it's good, it's good. I definitely will say he's a little bit more like bossy for me, because like I'm a bossy girl, so I like reading about men who are like alpha male, but who also like dial it back to let the girl be like an alpha. And he's definitely an alpha, but he ain't dialing nothing back. Like he's like, I am in control. And I think that that's like cool to like read about too, but sometimes I'd be like, all right, you need to calm down, because like she can handle her own. But I do love how protective he is of her. I love like that trope that's just like, anyone that hurts you, I'm gonna get him. Like it's just cute. Okay, anyway, I've talked enough about this book so far, so let's go and read a little bit more. Christmas party like last weekend, and I still have not like cleaned up all of the bottles and stuff. Like, where do you put like 6 bottles of Aperol that you did not drink? But I'm gonna eat some ice cream and just like read the rest of this book. I know I mentioned how I've been like really sad lately and really trying to work through like the grief of like losing my dad and stuff, and it's been really hard, and I shared that with you guys in the last video, and you guys gave so many good tips for like how to work through grief and stuff. So I'm actually gonna put together a little like post for Instagram and share like all the tips that you guys gave, because I think it's so helpful, especially for someone who's like grieving right now. But I also, look, Ben & Jerry's. I love me some Ben & Jerry's. The spoon is huge because I don't have any other ones clean. I also feel like it's been very hard for me to like clean and like keep with my regular schedule, which is just so out of my character because I am so schedule oriented. So I'm hoping to like integrate some of the tips that you guys gave to kind of get back to like just feeling like a little bit better. But the reason I brought that up is because I'm literally taking like half of this. But I brought it up because I love how healing books are. Just like when you read a book, you're completely transported to just a new world, a new friend group. Like literally, I feel like I've met new friends by like reading this book. Like, and it's just so like fun just to read about a new world and new people and like the things that they're going through, and then just like get taken out of your own life. And so many of you guys messaged me and you were like, I'm so glad that you're still like making videos and like hanging out here. And I just want to say that I'm thankful for you. Thank you for those, thankful for those messages, and thankful for just like this community, because I don't know, I've really like leaned on you guys as just like friends to be just so like supportive and thoughtful, and you have been that, so thank you. But yeah, anyway, books are really magical in that way, that you just kind of are taken to a different world, and it's been really nice for me. So anyway, I'm going to eat my ice cream, and I'm gonna forget about the dishes behind me, and I'm gonna read the rest of this book.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used.
It's time for me to give my final review and rating of Twisted Love. This was good. I really like this, really like this. I'm gonna rate this 3.5 out of 5 stars, and I will definitely continue the series. I think that I'll like the next book even more. I feel like it could have been like a 4. I don't think it would be like any higher than that, but I think it could have been a 4 if the spice was a little less, I don't know how to explain it. Graphic? I don't know. You guys know I'm not like a big spice girl, but spice girl. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. But yeah, really like this book. This is so good. I'm so glad that Alex recommended this to me. So you guys know that Alex gives good recs, because not only is she recommending something that she loves, but she's also recommending something that she thinks that I would love. And I've had this on my shelf for so freaking long. And I feel like if you read this and you do typically like a good amount of spice, which this isn't crazy spice, but if you like a good amount of like more detailed spice, I feel like you'll definitely rate this like a 4, maybe a 4.5. Like this series is gonna be a good one. I'm excited to read Twisted Games. The fact that she rated that a 5 shows me that, like, for one, we have similar tastes, but 2, I think that she will like, I will really like Twisted Games too. And they also brought in, I think her name was Bridget and Reese, a little bit in this book, and I was like, okay, like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. So very good book. Really enjoy it. Some of you guys actually on Instagram, make sure you're following me there, because I share on Instagram more in real time. every day, and I share like lots of bookish stuff there too, and on TikTok, and on the podcast too, if you're not like following there. But I shared there that I was reading this in the park, and one of you guys was like, I just bought that book for Christmas, I hope it's good. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, it's like so good. So I also answer all of my messages over there too. So yeah, this is the last day of Bookmas. I hope you guys enjoyed getting videos every single day. We'll go back to our regular schedule starting next week of Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I always post the videos at 6 a.m. but I'm thinking about posting them like a little bit later. Let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking about posting them maybe like 2 o'clock or something like that. Just because I feel like most of the time, I don't know, maybe, do you guys like watching the vlogs in the morning? I know some of you guys say that you like starting your day by watching the vlogs, like when you get ready, you'll turn it on. But let me know like if the timing matters to you. You guys know that I am pretty, like I keep the time the same. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter as much to me. I just want it to be like what you guys enjoy. So yeah, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays is the regular schedule. 6 a.m. is when you'll get like the videos, unless we decide something otherwise, but it will be like a collective group agreement. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed Bookmas. It was definitely an undertaking with 31 videos. Wild to think about, like 31 bookish chats, hauls, vlogs, like challenges, all the things, but I enjoyed every bit of it. So if you guys missed any of those, I actually made a playlist so you guys can go back and watch all of them. I did tons and tons and tons of hauls, and I ended up reading this month I think 16 books, so I'll do a wrap up of that. I think that's gonna be the next video, of like a wrap up of all the books that I read, my thoughts behind them, and in detail and stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Tuesday in the next one. Bye guys.